a Hopkins poem that is not one of the familiar ones, probably, but it requires a bit of effort, so I'll stand up for it. This is, and it probably ought to be read by a female voice, but never mind. It's the leaden echo and the golden echo. How to keep? Is there any? Is there none such? Nowhere known some. Bow or brooch or braid or brace, lace, latch or catch or key to keep back beauty, 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 beauty from vanishing away. Is there no frowning of those wrinkles, ranked wrinkles deep down? No waving off of these most mournful messengers, still messengers, sad and stealing messengers of grey? No, there's none. There's none. Oh no, there's none. Nor can you long be what you now are, called fair. Do what you may do, do what you may, and wisdom is early to despair. Be beginning, since know nothing can be done to keep at bay age and age's evils, hoar, hair, ruck and wrinkle, drooping, dying, death's worst, winding sheets, tombs and worms and tumbling to decay, so be beginning to despair. Oh, there's none. No, 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 there's none. Be beginning to despair. To despair, 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 despair. Spare. There is one. Yes, I have one. Hush there. Only not within seeing of the sun, not within the singeing of the strong sun, tall sun's tinging, or treacherous the tainting of the earth's air. Somewhere elsewhere there is, oh well, where? One, yes, I can tell such a key, I do know such a place, where whatever's prized and passes of us, everything that's fresh and fast flying of us, seems to us sweet of us, and swiftly away with, done away with, undone, undone, done with, soon done with, and yet dearly and dangerously sweet of us. The wimpled water, dimpled not by morning matched face, the flower of beauty, fleece of beauty, too apt, too fleet, never fleets more, fastened with the tenderest truth to its own best being, and it's the loveliness of youth. It is an everlastingness it is an all youth. Come then, your ways and airs and looks, locks, maiden gear, gallantry and gaiety and grace, winning ways, airs innocent, maiden manners, sweet looks, loose locks, long locks, love locks, gay gear, going gallant, girl's grace, resign them, sign them, seal them, send them, motion them with breath, and with sighs, soaring sighs, deliver them. Beauty and the ghost, deliver it early now, long before death. Give beauty back, beauty, 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 back to God, to beauty's self and beauty's giver. See, not a hair is, not an eyelash, not the least lash lost. Every hair is hair of the head, numbered. Nay, what we had light-handed left in surly the mere mould will have waked and have waxed and have walked with the wind what while we slept. This side, that side, hurling a heavy-headed hundredfold, what while we slumbered. Oh then, weary then, why should we tread? Oh, why are we so haggard at the heart, so care-coiled, care-killed, so fagged, so fashed, so cogged, so cumbered, when the thing we freely forfeit is kept with fonder a care kept than we could have kept it, kept far with fonder a care, and we should have lost it. Finer, fonder a care kept. Where kept? Do but tell where kept. Where? Yonder. What? Higher as that? We follow. Now we follow. Yonder. Yes, yonder. Yonder. Yonder.
Earnest, earthless, equal, attunable, vaulty, voluminous, stupendous evening. Strains to be times, vast, womb of all, home of all, hearse of all night, her fond yellow horn light wound to the west, her wild hollow hoar light hung to the height waist. her earliest stars, Earl stars, stars principal overbend us, fire featuring heaven. For earth, her being has unbound, her dapple is at an end, a stray or a swarm, all through it her in throngs. Self in self, steeped and pashed, quite dismembering, all now, heart, you round me right with, our evening is over us, our night whelms, and will end us. Only the beak-leaved boughs dragonish damask the tool smooth bleak light. Black, ever so black on it. Our tale, oh, our oracle. Let life wane it, let life wind off her once stained, veined variety upon, all on two spools. Part, pen, pack, now her all in two lots, two folds, black, white, right, wrong, reckon but wreck, but mind, but these two. Where, of a world where these two tell each of the other, of a rack where self-wrung, self-strung, sheathed and shelterless, thoughts against thoughts, in groans grind. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, William. I'm sorry, I can't introduce you.
Michael Farrell. Caged skylark. As a dare-gale skylark scanted in a dull cage, man's mounting spirit in his bone house, mean house dwells. That bird beyond the remembering his free fells, this in drudgery, day labouring out life's age. Though aloft on turf or perch or poor low stage, both sing sometimes the sweetest spells, yet both droop deadly sometimes in their cells or ring their barriers in bursts of fear or rage. Not that the sweet fowl, songfowl, needs no rest. Why, hear him babble and drop down to his nest, but his own nest, wild nest, no prison. Man's spirit will be flesh-bound when found at best, but uncumbered. Meadow down is not distressed for a rainbow footing it, nor he for his bones risen.
Brian.
This is one of the terrible sonnets, so I hope I'm not going to have a negative effect on the proceedings. It's my own heart. My own heart, let me have more pity on. Let me live to my sad self hereafter kind, charitable. Not live this tormented mind, with this tormented mind, tormenting yet. I cast for comfort I can no more get, by groping round my comfortless, than blind eyes in their dark can day, or thirst can find, thirsts all in all, a world of wet. Soul, self, come, poor Jack self, I do advise you, jaded, let be, call off thoughts a while elsewhere, leave comfort, root room, let joy sighs at God knows when, to God knows what, whose smiles not wrung, see you, unforeseen times rather, as skies between time mountains, lights a lovely mile.
Thanks, Brian. Are there any more volunteers, please? Michael?
Yeah, well, mine is actually a little piece from a diary because I'm still fascinated by the poetic element. This is a description of Basil at night. Among other things, the emphasis on the various colours are to be noted. But Basil at night, with a full moon waking the river and sending up straight beams from the heavy clouds that overhung it. We saw this from the bridge. The river runs so strong that it keeps the bridge shaking. Then we walked about the place, and first of all had the adventure of the little Englishwoman with her hat off. We went through great spacious streets and places dead still, and came to fountains of the clearest black water, through which pieces of things at the bottom gleamed white. We got up to a height where a bastion-shaped vertical prominence, shaded with chestnut trees, looked down on the near roofs, which then, in the moonlight, were purple and velvety, and edged along with ridges and chimneys of chalk white. A woman came to a window with a candle and some mess she was making, and then that was gone, and there was no light anywhere but the moon. We heard music indoors about. We saw the courtyard of a charming house with some tree pushing to the windows and a fountain. A church too of immensely high front, all dead and flush to the top, and next to it 3 most graceful flamboyant windows. Nothing could be more taking and fantastic than this stroll. That evening saw a shepherd leading his flock through the town.
Anyone else?
No, it's spring.
Arthur, go ahead.
I think spring is necessary. Nothing is so beautiful as spring, when weeds in wheels shoot long and lovely and lush. Thrush's eggs, look, little low heavens, and thrush through the echoing timber does so rinse and ring the ear, it strikes like lightnings to hear him sing. The glassy pear tree, leaves and blooms, they brush the descending blue. That blue is all in a rush with richness. The racing lambs, too, have fair their fling. What is all this juice and all this joy? A strain of the earth's sweet being in the beginning in Eden garden. Have, get, before it cloy, before it cloud. Christ, Lord, and sour with sinning, innocent mind, and May Day in girl and boy. Most, O maid's child, thy choice, and worthy the winning.
Oh, come on. Read us one.
And Paddy's going to give us a reading now.
Second to look at. I'll read his last poem, and we were talking this morning about his, and this afternoon about his engagement with language. And when he wrote to Rook, he gave some sort of explanation about what Rook obviously thought of his lack of polish. He
to our be. The fine delight that fathers thought, the strong spur live and lancing like the blowpipe flame, breeds once and quencheth faster than it came, leaves yet the mind a mother of immortal song. 9 months she then, nay years, 9 years she gone within her, wears, bears, cares and comes the same. The widow of an insight lost, she lives, with aim now known and hand at work now never wrong. Sweet fire, the sire of muse, my soul needs this. I want the one rapture of an inspiration. Oh then, if in my lagging lines you miss the roll, the rise, the carol, the creation, my winter world, that scarcely breeds that bliss, now yields you, with some sighs, our explanation.
Oh, the other Richard.
Dan? No? Dan?
Don't wait for me. I'll try this I caught this morning's meal, kingdom of daylight's dolphin, dappled down drawn falcon in his riding of the rolling level underneath in steady air, and striding high there, how he rung upon the rein of a wimpling wing in his ecstasy. Then off forth and swing as a skate's heel sweeps smooth on a bow bend. The hurl and gliding rebuff the big wind. My heart is hiding, stirred for a bird. The achieve of the mastery of the thing. Brute beauty and valour and act, O air, pride plume here, buckle. And the fire that breaks from thee then, a billion times told lovelier, more dangerous, O my Chevalier. No wonder of it, sheer plod makes plough down Cillian shine, and blue break embers, my dear, fall gold themselves in gash gold vermilion.
We need some more ladies to
Yeah.
gender balance.
Go on, I'll do a read.
Oh,
If you give me a moment to choose one. If you don't mind me being a bit miserable, I'll read Carrying Comfort. I'll not carrying comfort, despair, not feast on thee, not untwist, slack they may be, these last strands of man in me, or, most weary, cry, I can no more, I can something, hope, wish day come, choose not to be. But oh thou terrible, why wouldst thou root on me thy ring earth right foot rock, lay a line lamb against me, scan with darksome devouring eyes my bruised bones, and fan, oh in terms of tempest, me heat there, me frantic to avoid thee and flee. Why? That my chaff may fly, my grain lie sheer and clear. Nay, in all that toil, that coil, since, seems, I kiss the rod, hand rather, my heart, lo, lap strength, stole joy, would laugh, cheer. Cheer whom though? the hero whose heaven-handling flung me foot-trod? Me, or me who fought him? Oh, which one? Is it each one? That night, that year of now done darkness, I wretch lay wrestling with my God, my God.
Quick sign from the centre house.
Not so easy to find. Maybe I'll just find one like this. Pipe beating.
Are you looking for the kingfisher?
Yeah, but
I have it here. No, sit where you are.
Sorry, I would.
different stuff. Yeah, that is. As kingfishers catch fire, dragonflies draw flame. As tumbled over rim in roundy wells, stones ring. Let each tucket's string tells, each hung bells. Bow swan finds tongue to fling out broad its name. Each mortal thing does one thing and the same. Deals out what being indoors each one dwells. Selves, goes itself, myself it speaks in spells. Crying, what I do is me, for that I came. I say more, the just man justices, keeps grace, that keeps all his goings graces. Acts in God's eye, what in God's eye he is, Christ. For Christ plays in 10,000 places, lovely in limbs and lovely in eyes not his, to the Father through the features of men's faces.
That's no excuse.
I'm going to read Heaven, Heaven, and then thinks about it. I have desired to go where springs not fair, the fields where flies no sharp and sided hail, and few lilies blow. And I have asked to be where no storms come, where the green swell is in this haven done, and out of the swing of the sea.
Yeah, I'll try. Come on, test out my voice. In Inver's name. This darksome bird, horseback brown, his roll rock high roads roaring down in coop and in
comb the fleece of his foam, flutes and low to the lake falls home. A wind-puffed bonnet of fawn froth turns and twinkles over the broth of a pool so pitch black, fell frowning, it rounds and rounds, despair to drowning. Decked with dew, dappled with dew, are the groins of the braes that the brook treads through, wiry heath packs, flitches of fern, and the bead bonny ash that sits over the burn. What would the world be once bereft of wet and of wildness? Let them be left, oh let them be left, wildness and wet. Long live the weeds and the wilderness yet.
Yes, indeed. If I can find a nice I'm only doing this because I remember when I was at school, that awful moment when you're waiting for the teacher to come around and pointing at you and your heart goes pounding over. You feel the same, you have felt that, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing the stranger. There's one there for Dennis, but I'll skip that one. Anybody got it?
I am at a third remove. Isn't that the first line?
No,
I am at a third. Wouldn't it index of first line?
It's an index of first line, so we should have in mind one in
Yes, to see the stranger lies
Sorry?
my lot.
Say that first line again.
To see the stranger lies my lot, my life.
Yeah, if you listen.
Well, I haven't looked at this group before, so I think
It's not the back order.
You guys two versions, so I'm now going to read in stereo.
Christy, would you put them on our song? Which is it? Just say them there. Yeah. Go down below.
I haven't read this for a while.
Okay. Yeah. The third one.
That's it.
To seem the stranger lies my lot, my life among strangers. Father and mother dear, brothers and sisters are in Christ not near, and he, my peace, my parting sword and strife. England, whose honour of all my heart woos, wife to my creating thought, would neither hear me, were I pleading, plead not do I weary of idle, a being but by where wars are rife. I am in Ireland now I am at a third remove. Not but in all removes I can kind love both give and get. Only what word, wise as my heart breathes dark heaven's baffling ban, bars or hell spell thwarts. This too poured unheard, heard unheeded, leaves me a lonely began. Do I get to keep the book?
I'm afraid not.
Richard, is it yours?
Richard, yours?
Well, it's Dan's actually. No.
I think we're very ready to move on.
What about Richard the Rock?
The finger points at me.
I was going to do Felix Randers if I could find it. I've seen this in, after a funeral with the mask.
memory cards. A friend of mine, his children put this on his memory card. The custom here in Ireland when people pass away in their family, bring out what's called a memory card. And on the back of the memory card, you print a poem or some. And a friend of mine was a farrier at this. I'm sure most of you. Felix Randall the farrier. Oh, he is dead then, my duty all ended, who have watched his mould of man, big-boned and hardy handsome, pining till time when reason rambled in it, and some fatal four disorders fleshed there all contended. Sickness broke him. Impatient, he cursed at first, but mended, being anointed and all. Though a heavenlier heart began some months earlier, since I had our sweet reprieve and random tendered to him. Ah well, God rest him, all road ever he offended. This, seeing the sick, endears them to us too it endears. My tongue had taught thee comfort, touch had quenched thy tears that touched my heart. Child Felix, poor Felix Randall, how far from then forth thought of all thy more boisterous years, when thou at the random grim forge, powerful amid peers, didst fettle for the great grey dray horse, his bright and battering sandal. Have we any other volunteers? Wayne? No. All right. Pascal? Kristen? You do? Hopkins? Give us a song?
Yeah, well, that'd be easier to try to do poetry.
When Sean McDermott heard a call to shoulder arms for Erin's sake, the blood streams of his fathers all answered the summons wide awake, and out of Auckram shrilled a cry, striking our name a blood-long Jew, and we who dare to fight and die for Erin will be there with you. For Connaught slumbered not nor slept adown her years of strife and torn, but silently a vigil kept for some high resurrection morn. And when it came, the very dust of storied hill and valley stirred, and shroud and tomb aside were trussed, and Easter flashed the gallant word. And Sean McDermott fought in the fight and paid the price that heroes pay, who with their brothers scaled the heights where men face unfettered day. And ancient Connaught bears her head before the strife whereon the roll call for dead, brave Sean MacDermot's name is read, and not upon this shrine alone, whereon his name in blood is writ, 'twill flame where noble deeds are done, in days unborn to history yet, and men shall feel their pulses thrill to read of Erin's glorious scroll, of those who broke a tyrant's will and saved from him their country's own.